Well, I must admit I am rather embarrassed because I just realized that my last vlog was from about a month ago. This month has been particularly busy, so unfortunately I haven't really had the time to travel much, let alone make vlogs. But now I am back and filming yet another travel vlog for you guys all the way from Bologna in Italy. Bologna is said to be a foodie's paradise, not only because of the pastas here and all the things that you'd expect from Italy, but also because it is said to be Italy's main region for things like cheeses and meats. So I have started my journey in the food market that dates back from the Middle Ages. It's very famous here because the layout of it has not changed much, and it has some of Bologna's best, as I mentioned, meats, cheeses, pastas, pizzas, and anything you can name that will make you drool. And after this, I've got a few historical landmarks that I wanted to show you. I wanted to walk around the center of Bologna, and I wanted to show you a few special surprises along the way, and obviously the hotel that I'm staying in, because I love giving you guys hotel tours, as you know. So let's go and explore Bologna. Walking through Bologna is such a pleasure because most of the time you will be passing through these archways, or as they like to call them, portici. This one right here is a World Heritage Site because it happens to be 38 kilometers long in joining archways. And right adjacent to it, there is a whole section filled with designer boutiques, which I didn't even know existed, but definitely stands out because all of this is very cute and lined with little pastries, restaurants, cafes, and then suddenly you've got a jungle filled with luxury boutiques. So I'm actually quite curious now. Oh look, it's like I never left Monaco. It smells of really strong, heavy perfume, like the Hermesy type, like the kind that all of Dubai basically smells of. And I'm wondering, why is it that they always feel the need to spray such huge quantities of exactly this kind of smell here? Like, I would much prefer something lighter, more elegant, more subtle. It doesn't scream, we are luxury, in your face so much. Is it just me? Or does everyone's head start spinning as soon as they get to an area that's filled with designer shops? This is highly unexpected, by the way. I did not expect to see this in the cute little walkways of Bologna. Anyone that I've spoken to that's been to Bologna has told me that it's a relatively grey city, and I think that's because of all the brick around here. So look, everything is very, very old, and most things are constructed out of brick. So I can see that with the lack of sunlight, all of this might turn into a very dull grey color, but today that is not the case. Today we are end of February, but it feels like spring. It's a beautiful day, it's sunny, so I don't really see the grayness at all. I'm actually seeing pretty vibrant colors all around me, and yes, even though the brick is not, you know, a pink, an orange, a blue, a green, it definitely screams history to me, and that personally I find so incredibly valuable. So I'm definitely going to be sharing a few more historical elements of Bologna with you guys in a bit. Well, I've done some research and I found that Bologna is one of Italy's most international cities with about 150 nationalities living here, which is strange because all I've heard is Italian for now. Oh, but do you know what? There are 400,000 inhabitants here, so there's definitely room for an international population. I'm definitely hoping that's the case. I don't know, I just find that international cities have a bit more pizzazz to them. So let's see if Bologna is one of them. So far, I have not seen proof of that. But it's always interesting to explore a little bit further and see if your experiences matches the research that you read online. Well, as you can see, the sun is slowly starting to disappear as I've come to admire the beautiful Neptune Square, which is home to the famous Neptune Fountain right behind me. It is also nicknamed the Giant because of its incredible size. So as you can see, it is a lot bigger than most of these fountains that are built in non-capital cities back in the 15th, 16th century. And back in the day, it was actually popular to build fountains to honor Neptune. So there's a fun fact for you. But let's get closer so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about when I say that it has this effect of grandeur, and it's the size that counts here. Let's just put it that way. And from the fountain, it's really easy to get to the Piazza Maggiore, which is the main square here in Bologna. And right behind me is a basilica that I've been dying to see called Basilica San Petronio, which was built to honor the bishop here in Bologna from the 5th century. And even though construction of the basilica started in the 12th century, it took about 200 years to complete. So I'm really curious to find out what the inside looks like. I don't know what sort of historical design elements to expect. So I think you and I should go take a look. Well, if we are comparing Italian basilicas and cathedrals, I think that my recent favorite would have to be in Como. So I'll link the video above. Now I did a whole vlog there, and the cathedral was absolutely magnificent and definitely very unexpected for me. I know it's hard to compare basilicas and cathedrals, and I'm not taking anything away from this one. It is amazing. But if I had to compare the two and if I had to pick a favorite, I think it would be the Como one. So my next stop here in Bologna is a really interesting place that has also sparked my interest because it is a place that used to be a university that was then converted into a library, and it has another little surprise, which I'll get to in a little bit, so stay tuned. Okay, there's a big group of people that are leaving, so I am the only person here. Look at this. This right here is why you guys need to visit Bologna off-season. Look. And the weather is amazing too, but you get this privilege of being the only person in some of Bologna's most important historical landmarks. Like this one. This is one of the most important buildings here from the 16th century, and you can even see the detailing that still remains. It's absolutely incredible. Do you remember when I mentioned a surprise in this building? Well, I will bet you anything that none of you guessed what it was. The surprise is called the Anatomical Theatre. And I thought to myself when I first saw the name, is an anatomical theater like a performance theater? Is it like an exhibition focusing on anatomy? Is it like musical theater? Well, it turns out it is none of those options, and an anatomical theater is where students used to come to learn how to do surgeries, and they would have professors that traveled from all over the world to be here and to show them how those surgeries were done. They would have famous people performing like facial reconstructions and other types of surgeries, and this room is a little bit creepy, but it is absolutely fascinating because it dates back to the 17th century. I really enjoyed that. I think so far this is my favorite thing that I've seen in Bologna. It's 100% me. If you guys know me, you will know that I love history, I love beauty, I love details, textures, colors, but also I love things that are just a little bit creepy. This is one of the reasons that you should seriously come to this region of Italy. Food like this just cannot be found anywhere else. And on this note, I think it is time for me to leave you guys. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. Thank you so much for commenting below if that's what you have already done. And thank you for subscribing. So keep smiling and I'll see you next time. Moncler, I've spotted Gucci, I have spotted Versace, amongst many other brands, but Louis Vuitton is right there at the entrance, occupying the biggest spot of them all, with trees lining its shops. So not only do they have prime real estate, but they've also got prime gardening budget. Look at that.